On this edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies,
we have clouds moving out of the area, but sunshine and some warmer temperatures on the way. Stay tuned to find out more about your Iowa weather in a bit.
besides Rachel, Corey Harguth is in the station talking about the snow totals up in Minnesota this past week, as well as this week is National Storm Preparedness Week, so we'll talk about some information so you're storm ready for the 2013 season. Today is March 6th and Si's Eyes on the Skies starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Si's Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Si's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies. I have the pleasure to be joined here with Corey Harguth with the national forecast. We'll cover that later on. But Corey, anything going on in the country right now?
Well, the winter storm that pushed through just to our north, we saw a little bit out of it, and we were actually spared from this one. That has pushed off to the east, and we'll see a few advisories. Most of the warnings have been canceled ahead of their actual expiration time, because everything has moved off and changed over to rain more than snow. We'll see that in the radar loop in just a little bit.
No, I see most of the Northeast is still getting a little bit of that rain/snow mix. Anything going on over there? Or?
Well, like I was saying, most of the warm air has tried to wrap in there, so it is trying to change over to the moderate to heavy rain at this point.
Now the Midwest is pretty clear with that system just passing.
And we are going to stay that way for a while.
Well, that's good.
And we actually have some warmer temperatures. We're not going to steal everything from Rachel,
but there are some storms that may be coming throughout the Midwest, and we'll keep an eye on that, and I'm sure you'll cover some of that in your forecast. We'll take a look at national or the Iowa forecast real quick with Rachel, but thanks for joining us.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Cool. Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Is it nice outside, or how's it doing?
It will get nicer as the week progresses.
I'm excited.
Are still a little below average temperatures for March, but this weekend, or the rest of the week, is definitely supposed to warm up with a good chance it's going to be a pretty wet weekend.
So, well, I mean, we do need some rain since we have so much snow lately.
We do.
But I mean, temperatures are going to be a little bit higher than what they have been.
They are, so that's going to keep it mostly as rain and not get feet more of snow, because
well, that's good.
kind of getting tired of the snow.
Oh yeah, me too. Way tired of the snow.
Yes, but why don't we look at the day planner and see what tomorrow's weather is going to be looking like. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. it's going to be 19 degrees. The winds are going to be light. It's going to be beautiful sunny skies all day tomorrow. So get out and make sure to walk around campus. Even though the high at 3 p.m. is only about to be 33, the sun is getting warmer, and it's going to be nice to actually have the sun shining. The winds are going to pick up a bit though as the day progresses, so it might be a little breezy, so that could make it still a little cold, but I'm just looking forward to some sun being out.
Yeah, this morning it was quite cool with the cloud cover, but as the sun broke out mid-afternoon, it did get kind of warm really fast. Made me a little bit excited.
It was.
Well, we'll see your 7-day later on. Thanks, Rachel. Well, that takes us to our first break. Stay tuned as Corey Harguth brings on the national forecast right when we get back.
And welcome back to Si's Eyes on the Skies. I'm Corey Harguth. A look at your national forecast. These are just a few of the notable snow totals from Minnesota that we were talking about earlier on. Just to name a few, Lakeville had 10 inches, Minneapolis 9.3, St. Peter 9 inches, my hometown of Waseca got 8.2 inches of snow, Rush City 7.8, and one of the lower ones was 6 inches of snow. And now we have a viewer photo from Shannon Bice in my hometown of Waseca, seeing some evergreen trees with some of that new snow right around there. And if you have photos that you would like to see on air, go onto our Facebook page, and we will repeat this later on in the show for you, so don't feel like if you missed it then you're out. Warnings right now, it's clear right here across the Midwest, but if we go out into the East Coast area, we can see we have some freeze warnings covering pretty much all of Georgia tonight. That'll go until 8 a.m. on Thursday. We have winter weather advisories. There we go. Going until 9 a.m. on Thursday. Wind advisories until 9 o'clock tonight. So it's still very active out to the east after that snow system has pushed out of our region. Temperatures right now across the nation, 25 in Minneapolis, 34 in Billings, 54 in San Francisco, the warm spot, and I'm envious of this, 82 right now in Phoenix, 57 in Dallas, and 35 degrees right now in St. Louis. Clouds and radar, we still have a few clouds lingering just over parts of central Iowa and off to the east, but then all the clouds are out along the east coast, and we'll zoom in and take a little bit closer look at the system here. So just a little bit early, you could see there was still a little bit of snow, or actually some moderate to heavy snow out on the back edge of the system. The warm air has since tried to wrap in, and we're starting to see more of the moderate to heavy rain with a little bit of mix there right towards the eastern coast. So we'll take a look at Futurecast. This is why we are so clear right now. We are under the influence of that high pressure. That is going to move out of the area, and we do have a stationary front trying to push its way in, but it is going to dissipate before it even gets here. And then the low with the cold front looks like it might make it. It's getting closer, but then it's just going to swing its way on up into Canada before we can even get here, making way for us to see the warmer temperatures towards the end of the week. So for highs tomorrow across the nation, 33 Minneapolis, 47 in Billings, only getting up to 78 in Phoenix tomorrow. Compared to where they are now, that's actually going to feel quite cool. 86 in Atlanta, or 56, excuse me. I've got those warm temperatures in my mind now. 72 in Miami and 38 for your high temperature tomorrow out in New York. We'll zoom in and look at the rest of the region. 37 for your high tomorrow in Sioux Falls, 49 in Pierre, 52 in North Platte, 56 and plenty of sun down in Hayes, 47 with sun in Kansas City, and much of the same, 44 with plenty of sunshine down in St. Louis for your Thursday. So our city of choice tonight is Franklin, West Virginia. 44 for the high tomorrow out there with a few clouds hanging around. Then they warm up to getting up to into the 60s by Saturday. So all that entire snow system, which is now turned into that rain system that I told you about, that's going to move out, make way for the warmer temperature, 62 for Sunday. Then they start looking at a 50% chance of some rain showers come the early part of next week before cooling down into the upper 40s for highs by the middle of next week. That is your national forecast. We're going to send it back to Zach.
Thanks, Corey. I know we're mostly a sports, or mostly not a sports show, but we have some update on the Cyclone game. We're up 15 points right now, thanks to our very own Iowa forecaster, Rachel, and we will keep you updated throughout the rest of the day. But right now, we will take a look at that trivia question on today's. Right now, it is, well, in 1836, Fort Snelling in Minnesota experienced a 12-day cold spell. How many nights reached negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit or lower? That answer and much more will come back after this break, so stay tuned as Size Eyes in the Skies stays right now. Thanks and welcome back to Size Eyes in the Skies. We're going to take a look at the trivia question right now. In 1836, not right now, Fort Snelling in Minnesota experienced a 12-day cold spell. How many nights reached negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit or lower? The answer is, it is B, 7 nights in a row of negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit within a 12-day period. Very cold for a very long time, and I hope to never see those temperatures again. But right now we're going to go over to the wall with Rachel with our Iowa forecast. Rachel?
Thanks, Zach. We are looking at 25 degrees right now in Ames with a light wind, cloudy skies, so not too bad out there. But those clouds are, as we're going to talk about, moving out of the area. So we have 25 in Ames, up 25 up in Fort Dodge, a little colder in Iowa Falls, and 28 down in Des Moines. So pretty consistent around the state. As we zoom out a little bit, we see that it is still pretty average around the state. 25 in Ottumwa, 32 in Council Bluffs. You can see that warmer air starting to move up a bit, and 16 up in Mason City. Looking further out, we also see 25 in Minneapolis, 33 in Kansas City, 39 down in Hayes. So there are those warmer temperatures that we're going to be seeing the next couple of days starting to move into the region. Tonight we're going to get down to around 13 degrees, so it's going to be a cooler night. That's because the clouds are going to move out of the area, so the radiative cooling is going to kick in. And Mason City is going to be up at 8, and Des Moines is 17, so a cool night. So you might still need to bundle up a bit tonight if you're going out. Tomorrow, looking like 36 degrees in Ames, 39 in Des Moines, and 45 in Council Bluffs. So it is starting to warm up and become nicer because average temperatures in March is around 40. So we're trying to get those warmer temperatures back. So we can see the clouds are starting to move out of the area, which is going to make it cooler tonight. We're going to allow plenty of nice, beautiful sunshine tomorrow in the area, which we all will enjoy. Tonight, as we said, 19 degrees, becoming clear skies with variable winds come out of the north from 5 to 10 miles an hour. So a pretty decent night. Tomorrow, 33 degrees with mostly sunny skies. It is going to be a bit breezy though, so even though the sun will be out and it'll be warm, it will be a little cold with the wind at times. And looking at your 7-day forecast, as you can see, we are warming up a bit into the 4th, but the main thing we're looking at is this precip on Saturday and Sunday. It is going to be mostly rain, maybe a little bit, a few flurries you might see in the evening, but we could get from a half to a 1 inch of rain, so it's going to be kind of a gloomy weekend, but overall the temperatures are warmer, and that's what we're looking for and want, so overall, not terrible.
It's very much in need of moisture at this point.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely. We have to remember that.
I mean, our snowmelt will help some, but after the drought that we've been going through over the past almost 2 years now,
Every little bit
that
counts.
snowmelt is not gonna do it for us.
And if we don't get over that, if we don't get enough rain and we don't get enough, moisture to those lower depths, then we may have just another warm summer and maybe even possibly more, like just a warmer summer this summer compared to last. That's just in case we don't get that moisture down in the south more parts of the ground. So I mean that's one big thing that's coming up. But above freezing temperatures coming this week. That's the nice thing.
That is the nice thing. 40s are coming in. 40 degrees is about average for March, so we're trying to get back up to that. So spring is trying to come. It's trying.
The groundhog has been wrong so far with all the snow we've had. But
remember, spring unofficially started last Friday. In the weather world, it starts on March 1st.
Yes.
We don't care what the rest of it says.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's on its way here. It's a slow-going process, of course. But I mean,
hopefully by spring break it can be warmer for those of you that are sticking around Ames. But
yeah, exactly. Maybe when we get back, we might see some buds on the trees.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe, but like
see.
I said, like I fubbed at the beginning of the show, this week is National Storm Ready Preparedness Week.
Something like
so storm something, whatever. And so with that, the Red Cross has come up with a new tornado app that actually gives you updates on local storm shelters around the area and actually quizzes you on if you and your family are storm ready, or you and your friends, whoever's watching us. Corey, you have some more information about that, right?
Well, first of all, this app actually came to be after it was multiple million people downloaded their hurricane app, so they decided to create a tornado app. And just a few of the features that this thing has in it, the one that I find the most interesting, it has a one-touch "I'm safe" message that allows users to broadcast to their family or friends that maybe can't contact them because cell phone towers are down or whatnot, letting them know that they are safe after the storm has passed through.
Yeah, the thing I like about it as well is that, being in Ames and everything, when you have so many buildings on campus, you don't know exactly which ones are the best buildings to go to in case, a tornado was ever to strike campus during the middle of school. And so this app has local storm shelters and all that stuff. So it's a good chance to get that. It is free. That's the best thing. And it can actually possibly save your life if you use it in the right way. So that's the one good thing about the app.
So we'll go ahead and plug this for you today.
Yeah. So you should do that. As well, we did have some tornado sirens going on this morning, but obviously those are just test sirens just for the whole week. But other than that, warmer temperatures coming out throughout the rest. I mean, anything else?
And then next week on our shows, we'll start looking at your spring break forecast. So just something to look forward to if you're going anywhere big. In fact, what are you guys doing for spring break? Since we probably won't be on as a group until...
I'm going back home up to Minnesota, so it'll probably be colder. Not really spring break, but I'll play in the snow maybe.
You in Minnesota?
No, actually, I'm going with my family down on a Caribbean cruise.
Caribbean cruise.
So I'll try to bring back some of those much warmer temperatures that we saw.
It would be appreciated.
I hope it snows.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, anytime. I'm going to go to the lovely state of Indiana, where my hometown is from, and then nothing else is going on there, just relaxing. It's time for a break, definitely around here. But for sure, anything like that, we do have, like Corey mentioned at the beginning of his little gig, if you do have any awesome pictures of weather events, campus, the trees are going to start having some buds on them, the flowers are going to start growing, send some of those into us here at Size Eyes in the Skies. You could either send this to us on Facebook or on Twitter. We'll make sure to put on this show and ask you if we can use that picture. That's the one good thing. Also, you should like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Other than that, just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube pages where you can watch all of us 24/7 if you really wanted to.
All right.
So other than that, thanks for joining us here tonight on Size Eyes in the Skies. As Corey, Rachel, and I, have a good night.